So a few days ago, I saw the trailer for the upcoming movie The Woman King. And first of all, it seems that the optics of the movie look very good and they have also casted great actors. For example, Viola Davidson really looks like a warrior in this movie, but I have some problems with the way it is advertised. At the beginning of the trailer, a cinematic voice tells us that an evil is coming that threatens our kingdom and our freedom, but we have a weapon they are not prepared for. Also, the trailer tells us that this movie is based on true powerful events. So, overall, the narrative of the trailer is clear. The evil Europeans come and want to enslave the Dahomey Empire, and they will have to fight for their freedom, and in this fight, the Dahomey Amazons will play a huge role. And here's the problem. While the Dahomey Empire and also the Dahomey Amazons and even their king Gezo were real persons, the rest is entirely fictional, and it is fictional to a degree that I don't even know where to begin. So first of all, the Dahomey can't be the good guys in this movie. They were a highly militarized society, and the sole purpose of their military was to conduct slave trades. In fact, most of their power was based on trading slaves with the Europeans. During the reign of Gezo, there was only one political conflict with a European power. In the year 1807, Great Britain had outlawed the trade of slavery. This was mostly because in the late 18th century, the horrors of the slave trade became widely known in Britain, most notably after the Zog incident. The Zog was a slave ship. In the year 1782, it left Ghana with around 460 souls on board, twice the number of people it was actually built for. So when the journey took longer than expected, the slavers ran out of water and just threw 130 people overboard. This horrific incident became known in Great Britain and caused a huge outcry. This eventually resulted in the abolishment of slave trade in the year 1807. To enforce this, the Royal Navy began to patrol the coast of Dahomey, resulting in a huge economic decline of the Dahomey Empire under Gezo. However, this was quite successful because within 60 years, the Royal Navy freed more than 150,000 slaves. Many of them would have not survived a transport to the New World. So in this conflict, Great Britain is the good guy. But again, this conflict did not turn violent and can't be the inspiration for the true powerful events. However, the Dahomey clashed with another European power in the 1890s. The 1890s saw two wars between the Dahomey Empire and the French Republic. During these fights, the French actually fought against the Dahomey Amazons, and they admired them for their courage. However, this does not change the fact that the Dahomey lost both wars, and they lost both wars with way more casualties than the French. And this does not change the fact that both wars were actually caused by the Dahomey because they conducted slave raids in territory that was under French protection. After the First War, the French even offered annual payment in exchange for the region. The Dahomey accepted it, but only to attack again 1 year later. And again they lost. And this war ended with the complete destruction of the Dahomey Empire. But also in this war, they can't be the good guys, because they started these wars because they wanted to have access to slaves. So what's my problem with this movie? Mainly that it sells fiction as history. At some point, you can't say that this is based on true historical events, because it isn't. I mean, I understand that 100% correct historical movies are impossible. But we have seen way better examples, for example, Kingdom of Heaven or even Tomires. But we have also seen other bad examples, for example with Braveheart. With this movie they want to sell a complete different version of history, and I think that this is wrong. If you decide to change historical facts, you have to state that. You have to let the people know that this is fiction and not history.